Hey, what's up everybody? I wanted to start things out a little bit differently today by giving a shout out to somebody that is always sending good positive comments my way for this channel, because I love to hear good feedback from people. Listen, I don't need to be pumped up, but it's nice when what we're doing is being appreciated by people. And I think we're going to start doing some more of this, where we actually call some people out and say thank you for being part of this channel. It's not just my channel, it's our channel. So hopefully what we're bringing is providing some value for you guys and making you want to come back. So today's shout out is going to Hawaiian Peacock. Man, you have got such great energy. I love all the comments you leave, always positive stuff. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you being here. Let's get this thing started. Good morning, everybody. It's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Today we're in Blairstown, New Jersey. Steve, give me a second. Good morning, everybody. It's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Today we are in Blairstown, New Jersey. I got a swimming pool behind me. It's getting a waterfall on it. This pool was built by Mark from Kelmar Pools. It's a fiberglass pool. They did a nice surround with pavers around it, and they've got a concrete collar around the outside. This is going to be tricky because normally if we're building pool waterfalls, they're in a gunite pool. Always what I like to do, because we can build from inside the shelf out, no problem, almost like a pond. This is going to be difficult because we've got to actually saw cut our boulders that are going on the beam of this pool so we can cantilever over the edge, lock it in place, and get our liner in to build the rest of the waterfall. It's going to be a long day. Got some nice weathered fieldstone boulders. You can see these have some moss and some lichens on them. Same thing with these. These are going to fit nicely with the surround here because it's a very woodsy environment. There's already nice fieldstone walls back there, the old farm walls. It's going to really fit in with what's around it. So we've got to make sure that when we put these boulders in, we carry it outside the lines to create some planting areas and not just look like we dropped a waterfall from outer space over here. Hands down, pool waterfalls are the most difficult waterfalls for me to build because there's not a pond to work off of. There's no other boulders in here. It's us just working on one end, trying to make the waterfall look like it belongs. And the level of difficulty here is really high. So we're gonna get started, get the machine set up, start bringing some boulders in to see what fits, what doesn't. There's gonna be a lot of taking things and trying them out, taking them back out, twist it a different way, try another boulder. The start of this waterfall is gonna be slow. So we better get moving. Good news, we picked a rock to start with. Now we got to start working on the rock. So we actually set it on the edge of the pool, fit it kind of where we want it, and then we made some marks on it. This mark right here has a corresponding mark on the other side, right here. What we're going to do is make a saw cut across the bottom, leaving this part intact, and we're going to take about 4 inches of rock out of this whole thing so that when we set it back on the pool edge, this actually sits down closer to the water and you won't see the bottom of the rock because we're gonna have liner underneath it. We're gonna have to do a good job disguising that. Now we're gonna get busy on flipping it over, taking our saw and making a bunch of notches in this and then chipping it out. Long process. Yeah, so we're like over an hour in on the first rock. It's really long and tedious. Right now, Steve is just grinding down all those areas where we took all that rock out. So we'll finish grinding this one, then we're gonna test fit it on the beam. As long as that fits, then we can find the next one that's gonna marry up next to it. I took a few of the caps off that were actually on the pool already because we need some room on the outside. We're gonna put 2 layers of fabric, then liner, then 2 more layers of fabric before we set that rock on the beam for our waterfall to make sure we really do a good job protecting our liner. And then we have to have a rock on the outside of each of the frame rocks to bring the liner back up and then trap everything in there so that it works properly. I'm going to save you the boredom of talking anymore about grinding rocks and just show you what we're doing. It's the end of day one. It is really slow going with cutting all these boulders and fitting them, taking them back out, trimming them back up, but it's coming out really nicely. You see our frame rocks are in. We've got the other 3 boulders that are going to be going alongside those being cut right now. We're going to finish this up tonight. Tomorrow we're going to hit this hard, call for rain, but we'll see how that goes. And we'll get her finished hopefully tomorrow, turn it on and see some water flowing in this pool waterfall. See you in a bit. We're back for day 2, and as you can tell by my cloudy camera and the tent, it is raining here. We've got the tail end of a hurricane moving through. They're saying anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain, so that's fantastic. So this might be cut short today. We'll see how it goes. We've got all our boulders cut and ready to go on the beam of the pool. We chewed up 1 diamond blade already cutting through this rock. This is really hard stuff, so it's just eating up the blade on the saw. But we've got all our rocks cut, ready to go. And this is kind of what it looks like when it's cut. You see we leave a lip here. This actually sits on the beam and this hangs down into the pool to disguise any of the liner that's going to be underneath it, as well as try to give that look where the rock is built into the pool. We're going to give it our all today, see how far we get. We've got the tent, so we'll do as much work underneath the tent as possible. If it starts getting real bad, we're out of here. We'll just do it again tomorrow. So let's get this thing going. We are trying out here. The rain is not stopping, but we've made some progress. All our rocks for the pool edge are cut and in place. Now we're gonna take them all out. We're gonna install our liner. We're gonna fasten it to the pool. Then we can reset these and then start building our waterfall back. The rain's gotten steadily heavier as the day's gone on, and it's making it difficult to get much done because we've got to keep moving the tent out of the way to get the machine to pick the rocks up, put them in. So we're gonna see how much longer we can do this before we call it quits, but we're hoping to at least get our liner in today and then reset those rocks so that if we got to come back tomorrow, we can just continue with the waterfall and get it finished. I gotta keep grabbing the camera because I can't leave it outside. It's raining so bad. We got our seam in, which is attaching our liner for the waterfall to the pool liner. Got a little rain on the lens. There we go. We did some double-sided seam tape on the actual pool itself. Then we attached the liner to that. So now we've got a good seam holding our liner onto the pool. So now it's got a drip edge. So any water that makes it below the rocks will just return back into the pool and it won't backflow up behind the liner. Nice. All right, even with the rain, we still got some stuff accomplished today. We are gonna get out of here, but before we do, let me show you what we got going on. Liners in, all our rocks are on the beam of the pool. We started setting some outcroppings on the outside, which is gonna allow us to backfill behind our liner and create our next pooling area with that waterfall. So tomorrow, we will finish 100%. Got no choice because right after that, I'm heading up to New Hampshire to work on an amazing project with my friends Sean and April. That's gonna be on the next episode, but I will see you guys tomorrow. We're back. That rain moved out from yesterday, sun moved in, but man, the cold fall temperatures are here. It's in the 50s. It's nice with a sweatshirt today, but I can feel like that instant change to fall, which means the end is coming for us. We are getting this thing done today. No questions asked. It's happening. Right now, Steve's cutting back the plumbing so that we could bring that up for our waterfall. That's a line that's dedicated for the waterfall from the pool plumbing. It's gonna hook up to a spillway and it's gonna spill into a pooling area, then into the pool. So number one, we're getting the plumbing hooked up. Number two, we're gonna backfill this, do some compaction, create our pooling area. Then we can start building this drop right here. Then we can go ahead and close this up on the backside with our outcroppings, create some planting areas. This thing's finished. We can put that thing away now and get started on finishing this waterfall, turn this thing on, and watch this waterfall start cascading into this pool, which I don't think anybody's swimming in because it's getting cold out here. And there we have it. We are finished with this pool waterfall. It really turned out nice. Fits well at the end of this pool as far as scope and size with what we have here. This pool is about 12 by 24. Waterfall is really just centered at the end, and the way we did the outcropping stone brings it out so that it fits the edge of the pool. It's not just a volcano stacked at the edge of the deep end here. So what we did was we cut all these rocks underneath so the lip would hang over the edge of the pool. You can see down here, almost right to the water line. The level in the pool actually has to come up a little bit, so those rocks will be in the water. You got that cascade coming right in. They could swim right up underneath the waterfall. And then back here, we've got this pooling area. We're starting with our diffuser coming right in between these two rocks. Pools up, spills into the pool. Couldn't have turned out any better for this situation. Guys, thanks for hanging around. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. I'd like to hear what you think about this awesome pool waterfall. Drop a like, and we'll see you on the next one.